Hello there. This is a special episode of Jim Bob's Survival Tips. And you already know who I am. I'm Jim Bob. Today, we're learning how to build a shelter in the wild. Because you want to live out there sometime, right? Now, this is how to build a shelter in the wild. Now, first thing you're going to need is a knife. If you don't have a knife, you're dead. Now, the second thing you're going to need is some rope. And we're just going to toss that down there. Now, the next thing you're going to need, I'll go find one and I'll be right back. Now, the next thing you're going to need is just fern. The ferns are going to keep the rain out of your shelter. And they're going to keep the niceness of the roof. Because you want to be nice. Well, you gotta be nice for the video or the episode. So the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna take your knife. You're gonna find a stick that's long enough that for what's your shelter. Now this one looks kind of small. So you take your knife and you're all done. Now you're gonna collect more sticks like that. Then tie the rope to 2 trees. You're gonna use your knife to cut it. Once you do that, you're gonna tie it to the tree. And once you do that, you're gonna tie it to the tree. And basically, after that, you just lean your sticks on there. You lose your dignity, and then you find your life somewhere else. Now, once you do that, everything is done. Or is it? We have successfully built our shelter. Now our shelter is livable, bougie, and cool as frick. Let's go see it. As you can see, this shelter is top of the line. Now, literally, because there's a rope, it's like a line. Now, I have my very own paintbrush stick. In case you need a paintbrush stick, you just throw it out, and I'm having a great time. Now, as you can see, I lined these sticks here up on this rope. It's tied between like 2-ish trees, maybe 1 tree, I can't tell. Then, to keep the rain out, keep the roof all nice, we put some ferns here, a real nice one. We can't eat that one because that's the one that is going in the shelter. Now let's go inside. Now to open the door, you just push it open, get inside here, and it's real nice. Like, I love it. It is everything that I could do. And you know what, I think this is the best shelter I have ever made and had anybody ever see. I could tell you a lot of things about this, but I know that everybody loves this shelter. And this shelter is going to last me a long, long time. Now, you might have a question about shelters in general. Like, where do you go to the bathroom when you have a shelter? Well, you're going to grab a stick. You're going to dig a 12-foot hole. You're going to build an outhouse, and then you're going to use it. Simple as that. Now, I've lived in this shelter specifically for about 2 days since I made this video. I know that it looks like a very good shelter, but it is kind of lower end, more like an economy shelter. I wish it was more of a professional premium shelter, but that is a lot more money, and the sticks around here aren't pro quality. and that's just not the world today. Now, for the carpeting, I put down some dead leaves, and these make it crunchy, and I like it crunchy. Okay, I put the crunchiness in the word crunchy. Now, I want to tell you this. You know, you might find some like random sticks on the ground. Now, these sticks, they're special ones. These ones are to make the carpet kind of crunchy, and then that makes it crunchier extra. If someone intrudes in my shelter, the sticks stab them in the neck, and you know, maybe even gives them like a mark on their nose like I do, because it'll be like I punch them in the face like to get stabbed, and they're like, oh, and then I like punch them in the face, and then they're like, oh no, you broke my nose, bruh. But anyway, that sounds kind of fine and dandy. Now, you might be wondering why I'm sitting here for so long, and I really don't know how to tell you that, but this is my house. I lived here for several days. I know, you know, my aunt, she usually makes us rattlesnakes for dinner. I tell her all the time, like, yeah, I like rattlesnakes. They're good or whatever, but like, you can't keep throwing the skins on my shelter. It's gonna be stinky. Like, I don't want no bears living in my shelter. We're not friends. Bears are not friends. They're not friends. They're family, okay? Like, I just don't understand why she'd do that. So I just told her to go herself. And that is how it happened. But now, she got hit by a bus. And I think that was the last time I heard from her. I wonder how she's doing. I think she might. I think I should go to her house and get some snake again. Tell her about Bigfoot and the whole incident. Yeah, I think that works.